Hello everyone, my name's James and welcome to the Pirates Cove podcast. In today's episode, I want to look at some possible candidates for the one retcon that Scott said he made around the time of Sister Location. I was inspired by T-Dread's recent video about the topic and wanted to pitch my own 2 cents in, since I feel like there's plenty of other options for what the retcon could be that weren't really explored in that video. Starting with the identity of the Fredbear plush. As many of you should know, recent games have been pushing the narrative that William was the voice in the Fredbear plush, such as the plush being in his office, him quoting the plush, and his kids quoting him, quoting the plush, and some metatextual details such as the hospital diorama from Secret of the Mimic. But in FNAF 4 and FNAF World, the plush seems to be more paranormal. It seemingly knows things that it shouldn't. It has the same black and white eyes as a lot of the other possessed animatronics have, and is shown accessing some sort of spirit world in FNAF World. And its Sanchi plush is literally just called the possessed Fredbear plush. So I was thinking maybe that could be the retcon, that when FNAF 4 released, the Fredbear plush was supposed to be a ghost. But when Scott decided to continue the franchise, he retconned the plush to be William speaking to the bite victim instead. It's not really guaranteed that the plush was ever haunted though. I've seen many theories that state that William was always the plush. So that being said, I think we should look at our next possible candidate for the retcon, the Afton family. When Sister Location released, we were properly introduced to the Aftons, revealing that the kids we follow in FNAF 4 weren't just nobodies, but instead the children of William Afton. But there is little to no indication of this in the first 4 games that the family is related to Purple Guy, so I'm thinking maybe that could also possibly be the retcon, that before Sister Location came out, the FNAF 4 family was the Smiths or the Schmidts or whatever they would be called, and that William had no relation to any of them. Between this and the Fredbear one, I think these have a real chance of being the retcon, but this next one I'm not so confident on, and that would be Elizabeth Afton's design. The Elizabeth design that shows up in Sister Location notably doesn't show up in FNAF 4, which many people have used as evidence for Elizabeth first, but I think she might actually be in the game. In the Night 3 minigame, you can meet several kids, and I believe 2 of these could be Elizabeth. The first one is the girl with the toys. On the screen you meet her, there's a wall of the house behind the fence, which seems to suggest that it is part of the Afton property. And the girl also has the toys of the toy animatronics, and the sister's bedroom has the toy of Mangle, which could suggest that that is the girl's room. But the problem with this girl being Elizabeth is that she has blue eyes, which obviously doesn't match Elizabeth's green, which are a very notable part of her character design. So if this is Elizabeth, then the idea would be the retcon would be changing her eyes from blue to green, which is just kind of a weird thing to do, especially considering it's like literally the same thing as Circus Baby herself. But there is one other kid who could be Elizabeth, and that's the pigtail girl who spreads rumors that the animatronics come to life at night. The girl has orange hair and green eyes, just like Elizabeth, but her dialogue doesn't fit with her being part of Crying Child's family. She tells him that she'll see him at the party, which is in 2 days, which doesn't really make sense if she lives in the same house as him. So if she is supposed to be Elizabeth, then the retcon would be her dialogue not including that last part about seeing at the party. Overall, I think the Elizabeth option for the retcon is a bit weaker of the 2. In fact, I think you could argue that could be considered a Scott-con more than anything. But it's giving a 100% airtight conclusion on what the retcon would be is not the intention of this video. What I wanted to do is draw out some ideas of what the retcon could be that I haven't really seen anywhere. You know, most people focus on the FNAF 1 newspapers or Phone Guy's dialogue and whatnot, and I feel like there's more things that could be considered, and that's what I wanted to do this video for. So if you enjoyed this episode, subscribe. Content is a little slow at the moment since I'm working on a big cosplay right now, but I do have a theory video in the works about the date of the missing children's incident, so please stay tuned for that. With all that said and done, my name is James, this has been the Pirates Cove podcast. Good night.